Here, especially from Wilton Spate's perspective.
No pressure, right, when you bring up those names, I guess. But they welcome it. Brandon Peters is the quarterback for the Mays team. He'll throw on the run, and it's incomplete, and we have our first full.
You're expecting pressure.
Offense number 51, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
Kugler right now for that center spot. Peters operates on a first and long. Nice pocket. Throws downfield, wide open, making a nice move to Zach Gentry, and Zach Gentry's to the house.
The tight end position, and Zach Gentry is a converted quarterback. See, Michigan just blows a coverage miscommunication on the back end.
Peters back under center after throwing a touchdown pass on the first possession. Start on the ground with Todd.
Inside and out.
I formation behind Peters as he brings the man in motion. Henry Poggi is the fullback. Good play action. Deep drop, slings it out, and it's caught at the 40-yard line. That's what we were talking about, that heavy arm. Sophomore, the number 15 tight end prospect a year ago. Inside give, Isaac breaks the tackle inside the 30-yard line before he's just down play. His team already up by 7. Stands tall, and it's knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
Greg Madison is very high on Maurice Hurst, and he's going to be a disruptive force up front.
3-time academic all-conference selection, too. Isaac feeling his way, bursting through the hole. He's got nothing but green, and the Maze is up third tone. Agreed.
Watch here, it's just a power play. Ben Bredesen gets around, opens up the run lane, got a great block on the outside, and Ty Allen showed some speed. 2015,
his way through that hole, letting his blockers do their job.
He's giving the play a chance to develop, and it's just like you draw it up. You have some patience. Everyone gets their block. Great vision by Blue all over the place. Doing radio right now. Former captain, All-American. He and I were the first two to commit in the class of '94. So John's been my guy for a long time.
Isaac passed the 45 to about.
A part of our legacy and our tradition, but I can't wait to see all the fellas next weekend.
Peters wants to throw. A home run ball up the right sideline and hauling it in.
Yeah, you want to talk about excellent ball placement by Brandon Peters. That's thrown only where Eubanks can receive it. He's got to pull that in. Tough catch, trying to stay in bounds. But that's actually good coverage. I mean, that's about as best you can play that type of ball in the air. And earlier we saw Keith Watt better under Mike Zordich.
Isaac on a sweep. And wrestled out.
10-point leads.
Yeah, they would like a couple of those games back, there's no question. But 10 straight wins, or 10 wins or more, I should say, for Jim Harbaugh and company. And empty backfield for Brandon Peters. Right across the middle. That's a nice touch to get it past the 35, and then a fumble. And it's fallen on at the 40. A little disappointing for the fumble.
Nate Johnson ran a good slant route, but when you're in traffic, you got to keep 2 hands on the football. But this is why this Michigan defense ranks at the top in turnover margin. You see staying with it, being disruptive. And then Noah Furbush, Johnny was right at the tops, and he's very competitive. They like tall corners.
Walker to midfield. Michelle McDowell, winner.
He's a flat-out winner. He's a hard worker. And I'm talking about he has Jadeveon Clowney, Javon Curse type talent.
Talk football and football life. Here's the throw deep that was almost intercepted by Josh Metellus. Brandon Peters with the Mays offense. First opportunity here in the third. It's a difficult thing to do.
Yeah, you have to learn how to practice, and you have to do it while you're getting stronger and learning the defense. So it's not an easy adjustment, and it was difficult for him, but never quite healed. And now he's fully healthy, and he has his confidence back.
Got another catch there, just inside the gun, with 2 receivers to his left, and he gives to Kareem Walker. And Walker runs into a brick wall.
Harbaugh does it is they actually coach by committee, so all the coaches will have a pretty good idea of everyone on offense. You don't have to just be a certain position. But Matt, they said he's so smart, he makes the checks for the defensive backs, too.
Wow. Well, he's academic all-conference. There's an interception. Peters threw it, and this will be a touchdown for the blue team.
He's the most experienced guy. He's extremely physical. He's finally found a place, a home at corner. Played it, behind a lot of talent with Peppers and Lewis and Stribling, and he's finally going to get a chance to play this year. He got some young guys he needs.
Game with a motivational, inspirational talk.
And similar to the way you talk about Bo is the way that your son, Jim, talks about you. So what is it like to watch your son?
Well, just to realize how blessed you are.
Exactly. And what's one thing that most people wouldn't know about your son, Jim Harbaugh?
Among other places as well, and of course his Other son, John Harbaugh, has been fantastic with the Baltimore Ravens. Walker trying to stretch it, get to the outside. Furbush did a nice job of pinning him back inside, but Walker keeps...
For fullbacks, you're going to see a lot more Furbush out of Kenton, Ohio.
Good defense. Michigan loves that Cass-Tech connection, don't they?
Yes, they do. Thomas Wilcher, former running back at Michigan, as the head coach over there.
Peters, nice throw. Oh, man, what a... making play after play. People couldn't cover him.
Well, you see that route running right there. The way he got up the field, planted, caught the ball in traffic, went up, looked the football in, be proactive.
Walker the lone setback. And a little flip on the reverse. And a throw from Johnson, and Wheatley's got it right around the knees.
It's a little trickeration once you cross the 50-yard line. You see Johnson right there faking the jet sweep in the reverse. Finds Ty Wheatley Jr. open. I'm impressed the way he was able to pull it from his hip in stride and let it rip. You know, so Jim Harbaugh plays 4 or 5 tight ends every game.
Yeah, Wheatley's a really good player as Walker feels his way past the 25, uses some strength to get...
Wheatley Sr., as you mentioned, and comes from great stock, but he's a big load, hard to cover, big athlete in space.
Great play action by Peters, but the pocket collapses and Furbush would have gotten him. Now he dumps it off, and Brandon Peters.
It's an area where they like to throw in the middle of the field if it's a pass where they start to flex and attack the middle.
5-step drop, and not on the same page.
Just got to work on getting off the line and press coverage.
He's in the lower right. Peters with a good pocket across the middle, and it's caught inside the 10.
Like a pick and roll.
See if he rolls the pocket at all with a couple of receivers on the right. No, they'll go for the corner on the left side, and it is incomplete.
Let's take a look. You see the ISO. Good footwork right there.
Number 1, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot.
I don't know about hold a few plays, but once they had their full load of talent and everybody was in their home, and Dom was able to unleash man-to-man, that's when they had a lot of success.
Double tight end set. Walker on the ground, using his strength. Touchdown, Kareem Walker.
Illegal formation, offense.
Didn't all the way get lined up.
Walker again, stutter stepping his way, and then he went on a goal for Brandon Peters. And the Mays offense, deep drop. He's going to flush from the pocket and roll, and he's going to throw across his body, and a beautiful catch.
Press with Brandon Peters. You see the play fake. I told you Harbaugh likes to use crossing routes to the feed man coverage. Really, he had Zach Gentry, but you see Reuben Jones forcing the play. But look at the athleticism of Crawford to be able to catch the ball, running to his...
Answers to our questions other than the fact that they've come out and played physical. Same on defense.
What gives you reason to believe this team can accomplish similarly big things this coming season?
Jim Harbaugh. He made
freshman Tariq Black. And that's where we stand, 28-23. Peters slings it, knocked away. Peters at the controls.
Oh, wow.
Deep ball. Right sideline, and caught inside the 30.
Ball for one.
Passing Fred, defense, number 1. That penalty is declined.
Here's the whole thing. Look at Peters. Look at his pocket presence. Look at the ball placement.
Beautiful.
Right over the top. That's Josh Metellus.
He just finds ways to get it done. He's got really good hands. Peters rolling, looking, throwing, and incomplete. The blue team leading by 1. Peters trying to stage the comeback. Inside kick. Over the breakaway. Inside the 20 to the outside, and at the numbers inside the...
Can get off of a block from a 22-year-old team.
Hewlett again. This time swallowed up. Noah first.
6'3" on spring combine.
That's impressive.
So he can roll.
Size, yeah. Peters with a give to Hewlett. Hit immediately.